Hey guys, it's Denise, and today I'm coming with you with a short story time, really short. So today I'm giving you this story time in here, in my room, because my mum's sleeping in the living room as usual. I don't know why, she loves to sleep in the living room, yet she has her bedroom just across the corridor. And then she wakes up and she's like, oh no, my hand. I'm like, go, why don't you know this happens to you in the living room, just go and sleep in your bedroom. But anyway, literally just thought about this when I was talking to a friend of mine. In order for you lot to understand this story, I have to go back until I was like about 3 years old or a bit more. So there was this guy in Colombia. He was my first childhood crush. Let's call him Marco. It couldn't be a 3, come on. Let's say 5. I would always I always had a crush on him. I always fancied him, and even when I came back to London, like, he would be the person I was talking about all the time. Like, you know, like little girls were like, yeah, I have a crush on Marco. Almost said his name. We had like a little crush on each other, but we never told each other, and we always used to get like teased. I guess maybe that influenced my crush on him as well. Whenever I used to go and visit his family, they always used to tease us and like be like, oh yeah, your girlfriend, your boyfriend. And then, so about 16, I went back to Colombia, and again they were starting with the teasing, and they asked me, oh Denise, do you like, my lighting's gone up now, I don't know why. Yeah, they were like, oh Denise, do you like Sebastian? And I was like, yeah. I don't know, I had just like no shits were given when I said it, and everyone was just like, you do? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, we're gonna tell him then. I was like, okay. It was just like, I don't know, I had just like grown up now, and like I just realized how stupid it was from me saying no. Of course they're gonna tease you about it because they know it gets on your nerves. So if you just like brush it off and be like, yeah, they'll be like, oh, it's not fun anymore. But anyway, so yeah, that happened. But then we didn't really see each other that much on the holiday. I spoke to him on the phone. Summer of 2014, I went to Colombia, and like we had been all these years, like on and off, with not all these years, but like since we got, I don't know, MSN, we had been messaging each other on and off. But we never really admitted to each other that we liked each other until I admitted to his family that, yeah, I did like him. Then he kind of knew, but I still never said it to him. He invites me out. So he asked me out, like, to go out with him. Like, so basically he was just using the excuse that I was on holiday. Be like, oh yeah, I can take you places. I'll be like, cool, let's go. So we were gonna go to like see some Colombian stuff, you know, the 3 crosses on the hill. Second day, we decided to go to the river, but he needed a spot where there was like this swimming pool. There's like different swimming pools, like, and one was like a waterfall, and then if we like cut through this path bit, I don't think you were meant to go through it because it's like a bit of a jungle, and then you get to this gate and you have to climb through it, and then you get to the river. So yeah, that was a bit dangerous. I saw a spider. That spider didn't look safe. All the colours were saying keep away, but you know, still risked it. So we went to the pool place, and then we were just swimming and like being all like flirty. Not flirty, but all giggly, like kiddish, innit? And we were talking, and he was being really sweet, and then I just remember looking down, and then when I looked back up at him, he kissed me. That was sweet, but we couldn't kiss for shit. We could not kiss for shit. But that will be another story time. Now you know my whole story. That was 2014. After that, I hadn't really like spoken to him much. He tried to like meet up with me, and like I would kind of like dodge it. I feel like such a bitch now, but I just wasn't feeling him anymore after that whole bad kiss situation. 2015, I find out that he has a girlfriend and she's pregnant. She's pregnant. God damn, he moves fast. Not gonna lie, I felt a bit awkward about it because, like, you know, it's someone you liked, and you don't want them to like someone else. Even if you don't like them anymore, you just don't want them to like someone else, I guess. I'm just selfish there. So when I found out, I was just like, oh, he's pregnant. Oh. Oh no, he's pregnant. I mean, the girl's pregnant. Bitch, I'm such a bitch. But then, yeah, I got over it. So yeah, okay, so maybe he had been with her for a year, but no one has a baby after a year. Like, no. Because now he's with a nightmare. So, so he has the baby, and yeah, we hadn't really spoken much until like randomly he would just like message me sometimes. Be like, hey, how are you? I'll be like, hey, I'm fine. So when you coming back to Colombia? I'll be like, I'm not sure. Until I knew when I was going back. And then I told him, yeah, I'm going in December. So cutting long story short, we would talk on and off throughout 2016, mostly off. So nearing the holiday, like 2 months before I go, he messages me and we have a normal conversation. And then like a week later or so, I remember something about him. Like when we were younger, I was like, oh, do you remember that time when we were younger, I saw a parrot and it was sitting on like the side of the wall in his auntie's house. So I was like, oh my god, a parrot. And then he was like, yeah, you like it? I was like, yeah. And then he tried to grab the bird for me, and yeah, that was an epic fail. So I was just like, oh, it was a cute thing, it was a cute memory, it's nothing big in it. Told him about it and he was just like laughing about it. We were laughing about it, and then we had a casual conversation. But then sometimes when we spoke, he would just like disappear, like he wouldn't reply. So I'm just like, okay. And it was starting to get on my nerves a bit, because it's like, you gonna talk? Oh no, stop with this half done shit, you know. So yeah, I finally went to Colombia, and I hadn't spoken to him to tell him that I was there, but I was just gonna go to the area and see him. And then like what, a week and a half had gone, and I was just like, come on, let's go. And my mum finally said, okay, let's go. I like dressed up in it, because not because I want him back, but you know, you gotta look flawless for these things. You can't be looking all rough, and he'll be like, yeah, you lost out. I'm just like, I don't know, I have that mentality. You always have to look good, especially if it's someone that hasn't seen you in so long. Regardless if you like them or not, you have to look your best. It was me, my little sister Sonique, which was on my last story time, check that out if you haven't already, and my niece Taylor, and Edward, but he was oblivious, so I'm not really going to mention him. And yeah, we went to the house, not his house, his auntie's house. That's where we usually go to visit her. And we were sitting on the sofa. Let's say there's a sofa here in the front, and then there's a sofa here. So opposite was another sofa, and I was sitting on this side, and then it was opposite me was Edward, and then beside me on this side was Sonique, and then opposite Sonique was Taylor. And we were all sitting down. My mum was talking, having chats, and one by one everyone was like coming in and saying hi. Then comes in and she's holding the baby. I was just like, oh my god, the baby. I was like, hi. She's like, hi, how are you? How you been? Sorry, my ears look so big. It's like, how you been? And then she was like, yeah, this is baby. I'm just like, ah, yeah, so cute, oh my god. And then she was just like, here, drops the baby on my lap. I'm just like, oh, you can do that? No, this is a bit awkward, but okay. And then I was just carrying the baby. Literally, I'm not good with like I love babies. I don't like kids too much. They annoy me. I want kids, not right now. So yeah, I don't hold babies. Like, I'm scared to drop them. So when she passed it to me, I was just like, oh god. She passed it like this. She was like, this is his baby. I'm like, oh, okay, and I didn't know what to do, so I just placed her on my lap. She was facing the opposite way, and then I finally got the courage to like turn her a bit so she was facing me, and she was actually adorable, so adorable, and she didn't cry. And I'm still like mad, like awkward with babies, so my little sister, she's actually really good with babies, and she was like playing with her, and then I was like getting a bit comfortable, like bouncing her on my lap. His auntie was like, oh, that's so weird that she hasn't cried. She always cries with people. And then I was just like, this right? Because I'm holding her. And then Sonique was just like, this right? Because I'm the baby whisperer. But yeah, yeah, I was just like focused on the baby. Me and Sonique were focused on the baby. And then Taylor, she said that she just got this feeling to look back. So she looks back. And then she looks at me and she's like, is that the baby mom? Why was this bitch? Why was she standing outside and looking through the window like this? She was just staring at me. I was like, shit. Like, cause I have her baby. And then I was just like, I went stiff. I was a bit, I don't know, it was just a shock. It was a shock because she was just like standing there. What the fuck are you doing? Like, it was just awkward. And then I was like, does she know about me and Sebastian's past? And then I was just like, at the same time, like, I didn't have anything to worry about because I was like, when we were younger, so she shouldn't really be stressing about that. And I don't like him like that anymore. So, and then she was just like screwing me outside. So once I saw her, I was just like, take the baby. I was literally holding the baby like this. Take the baby. Take the baby. I was saying to Sonique or Taylor to take the baby, and they were just laughing, and they found it funny, so they weren't gonna take the baby. And then she came in, and she was still like staring at me and screwing me. She wasn't smiling. She was just like, and then she was just standing there. It was really awkward for me. And then Sebastian's cousin, he came in and he said hi from a distance, and then he was sitting down, and it looked like it was so bait that they were talking about me because she was still staring at me, and then he was like laughing, and she was like whispering some shit to him, and then I think he was like stirring a pot in it, and he was like cracking up because she was like getting pissed. And then I was just like, please Lord, please girls, please take the baby. I just didn't, like, the baby was so cute, but I didn't want to hold the baby anymore because she was making me feel so uncomfortable. And I get it, I kind of get it, but I really don't. But I'll just justify it for her. Like, you don't really want to see this hot girl. Well, I'm not hot, but I was looking on point that day. This Londoner come and she's like, taking your baby. I ain't taking no one's baby. I ain't being no. Anyway, but I don't know. She was acting weird. So then finally, Sonique felt sorry for me because she could just feel she could feel her burning her eyes through my head. And she finally took the baby. And then she looked at Sonique and she went like this to Sonique. Then she looks back at me. I'm just like, this bitch, she just, okay, so now I know she has a problem with me. And then, thank God, like, my mum was like, okay, let's go and visit Edward's grandma. So, yeah, we left. And then she like, grabbed her baby when Sonique was leaving. And she just smiled at Sonique, and then she just kept on screwing me. I'm just like, wow, girl, come on. And then I just couldn't figure out why she was being like that. But then when I started thinking about it, I was like, maybe she like had seen our conversation and she got like upset about it maybe, and she didn't like it, and she knows about our history maybe, I don't know, but she was just weird. I didn't see Marcos that whole holiday, So no, Marcos didn't come at the end. I think maybe that girl must have told him, like grabbed a knife and been like,
the guy's like, I swear to God, I'm gonna slash your dick off.
And he was just not like risking it. So yeah, I like met up with his other cousin called, let's call him Jeff. Where me and Jeff are really close, and we were like planning to go out, and I couldn't get in contact with him, so I like tried to call him and he wasn't answering. Tried to send him a message but he hasn't replied, so I saw that Marcos was online, so I was like, hey, and then I'm sure he must have read it. He went offline like what, 5 minutes later. I'm just like, what the fuck? He had been online, like he hasn't been online that long, but he had been online for quite a bit, and then like he all of a sudden, really, all of a sudden when I send you the message you go offline. And I was just like, he's like, it's not like I'm trying to get with you. We were talking about it, me and the girls, and it was just like, probably his girlfriend must have been like,
I swear to God, he's such that bitch. I'm gonna cut you. Me and you are done. Oh my God, I can't believe it. You know what? Come here, baby mama. Don't do that to me. I will cut right now. You don't do it. I swear to God, I'm gonna call that bitch. Try me, I'll kill her. I'm gonna have to talk to her. I swear to God, I'm gonna talk to her.
I could just imagine her like that because she seemed like she was crazy. And then so yeah, she must have said to him like, you try and speak to her and yeah, you're gonna see what's happening, because he didn't talk to me. But then he was like I would be putting up some pictures sometimes on Instagram. My Instagram is right here if you want to see that. So yeah, yeah, I would put up pictures on Instagram and he sometimes would like them. So it's been a bit, and he must have seen that message by now. Come on, still hasn't said anything. But yeah, he'll like my pictures or something. So you can like my pictures but you can't reply to my message. So it's like, it's just so bait that he's like, when he's like alone then he'll like talk to me, but when she's there it's not happening. So I feel like those times when he used to just like cut off the conversation abruptly, not even cut off the conversation, just stop talking like halfway through the conversation, it must have been because she was there. When his cousin Jeff came to visit, I told him about what she had done, and he was like, oh yeah, she's like that. I'm just like, what? Because I like, when I tell you this, Marcos is such a sweet guy. Like, he's so sweet. And so I can't really imagine him to be with like a girl that's such a bitch. She said that anyone that she feels like threatened by, she was like, that's how she acts. And she can go as far to like even like get like verbally like rude. Like, she's just not a nice person. So when he told me that, I was just like, wow. Like, and the guy that came in, the cousin that came in when she came into the house, apparently his girlfriend is the same. So I was just like, wow, why would you be with someone like that? I'm just thinking maybe he like didn't know that she was like this, and then she got pregnant and now he's stuck. Because it's just wow. He's not that type of person. He's such a sweet person. So for him to be with someone like that, I'm just like, it's a pity. But yeah, that's my story time. Basically, this bitch was looking at me all weird, and I felt mad uncomfortable. Dude, it's just a stupid story time, but I didn't see her again. Seen her in pictures. I feel like, yeah, as well. So like, after she saw me, he was like putting up a cool picture after picture of him and her. I feel like she was just like in his ear like, she seems like that type of aggressive girlfriend. Yeah, I'm sure she beats him sometimes. So what did I learn from this story? Bitches are mad insecure. But yeah, that was my story time. Thank you for watching and listening to my experience. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Let me know if you want me to say more story times, because I've got like quite a few. And examples, for example, the time I dipped my foot in oil whilst I was in a fight with my sister. Follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. It is Denise_OZ. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say, because I don't know what else to say. So thank you for watching. Bye.